Hello and good morning friends. How are you? Hope you all are fine. Let's continue today's session. In the last session, we have discussed about the average speed and velocity. Okay, and also we have discussed about the path length and displacement. Now we are going to see some more numericals regarding to that. Okay, so here the question is given that an object is moving on a circular path, and when it moving from one position O to A to B, B to C, and C to again O, in each case you are going to calculate the path length as well as displacement. Okay, this is a bit different scenario, and we are going to check it out how we can calculate in different case path length as well as speed. Okay, path length and displacement, right? Check. So the object is moving from O to A in circular path of the radius r, right? So when it moves from O to A, okay, so how much amount of the path length it covered? Okay, so from the total path length, if it covers the complete circle, then path length equals to 2 pi r, the circumference of the circle, as we know that, right? So from that 2 pi r, how much amount of the path has been covered? So you can say that O to A is equivalent to 1/4 part of the 2 pi r. Okay, so path length equals to 2 pi r divided by 4. ओके, यानी कि O से A तक मूव करेगा तो पाथ लेंथ कितनी कवर होगी? तो हमें क्या पता है, पूरा सर्कल कंप्लीट करता है तो 2 pi r, क्योंकि वह सर्कमफ्रेंस ऑफ द सर्कल होता है, बट उसमें से कितना पाथ कवर हुआ? 4th पार्ट. तो हमने क्या कर दिया, 2 pi r का 4th पार्ट. ओके, so that is equals to what? You can say that x1 2 to the 4, so that is pi r by 2. ओके, मीटर दिया तो मीटर, सेंटीमीटर दिया तो सेंटीमीटर, कुछ भी नहीं दिया है तो यूनिट ऐसा लिखा जाता है. Okay, now if the value of the r is given, then you can place the value of r, 1 meter, 2 meter, 3.14 meter or something else. Okay, so you get directly the value of that displacement. Path length. So first हमने अभी क्या किया है, I have calculated the circular path, not displacement. Okay, for the displacement what I have to do, I have to join directly this one, and I have to find out the OA distance. क्या फाइंड करना होगा? OA, because initial position क्या है O and final position क्या है A. अब अगर आपने final position minus initial position fundamentally यूज किया, then it would not be gives you the answer. Okay, वो आपका आंसर सही नहीं होगा. Okay, so this fundamental now you are going to use simple. You have to use the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so you require the OA, and here you can see that the PO and PA is the two sides of the triangle, right? So for the displacement, OA is equals to under root of PO square plus PA square, right? That is r square plus r square, 2r square, in short root 2r. Therefore OA is equals to under root 2r here. If फर्स्ट केस में हमने क्या फाइंड कर लिया, पाथ लेंथ एज वेल एज डिस्प्लेसमेंट। ओके, चलो अब दूसरा केस, अब यहां से आगे बढ़ते हुए b तक पहुंच गया। सो अब टोटल o से कहां तक पहुंच चुका है, b तक पहुंच चुका है। ओके, नाउ द पाथ लेंथ अब कितनी कवर हो गई, 2 पाई r का कितना पार्ट कवर हो गया, हाफ पार्ट कवर हो गया। ओके, यहां तक। So path length, now I will write in short, path length that is equals to 2 pi r divided by 2, so that is pi r unit. Okay, in displacement from here to here कितना होगा, दिख रहा है r and r, total 2r। यहां से यहां तक का डिस्टेंस चाहिए आपको, यहां से आपके पास है कितना है, that is r, और यहां से यहां तक का r, टोटल डिस्टेंस कितना हुआ, 2r। ओके, सो डिस्प्लेसमेंट r plus r that is equals to 2r unit। ओके, और ये केस किसके लिए फाइंड हो गया, O2 b के लिए। ठीक है, नाउ अब ये b से चलकर कहां तक पहुंचेगा, c तक। ओके, नाउ when it reach to the c, how much amount of the complete circle has been covered, यानी कि पूरे सर्कल का कितना पार्ट कवर हो चुका है। अब यहां पे गलती होने की पूरी गुंजाइश है। ओके, यहां पे आपने 1/4 कह दिया तो गलत है, वो है 3/4। कितना, 3/4। ओके, सो पाथ लेंथ that is equals to 2 pi r, और इसका कितना पार्ट कवर हुआ, 3/4। ओके, so 2 2 is 4, therefore path length is equals to 3 pi r by 2, that would be 3 pi r by 2 units. That is an important thing. Okay, when it reaches to the C, what is the displacement, again final position and initial position, आगे आप कर ही चुके हो। This is also r, this is also r, so this diagonal would be root 2r. Okay, so from Pythagoras, displacement is equals to, आपके पास है OC, and OC is equals to under root of p o square plus pc square। Okay, and therefore OC is equals to root 2r unit। Okay, final case, when it comes back to its original position O, at that time path length कितनी हो जाएगी, भैया कंप्लीट सर्कल हो चुका है, and displacement 0। Why? Because initial position and final position is same, so total displacement is 0। Okay, so when it come back to original O, okay, its path length is equals to 2 pi r, and displacement equals to 0, because its initial position and final position is same। ओके, दूसरा वेरिएबल देखते हैं आगे। कंडीशन ध्यान से समझना, when the distance covered by the particle is same in how which kind of the case, likewise मैं मेरे घर से स्कूल जा रहा हूँ और स्कूल से वापस घर आया, okay, might be possible during that journey speed is different। okay, यानी कि जब मैं स्कूल जा रहा हूँ सुबह सुबह तो ट्रैफिक बहुत कम है, तेजी से चला जाऊंगा, टाइम रिक्वायरमेंट इज डिफरेंट, ओके, एंड व्हेन आई कम बैक दैट इज द ट्रैफिक, सो द टाइम रिक्वायर्ड इज माइट बी लार्ज, सो स्पीड वुड बी डिफरेंट. So if with two different speed distance covered by the particle is same, then to calculate the average speed you have the direct formula. Okay, we have seen the formula of the speed, that is, what is the formula? That x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus up to x4 divided by the t1 plus t2 plus t3 and so on. ओके, सो आपके पास फॉर्मूला अलग अलग है, बट अगर आपके पास क्राइटेरिया ऐसा है कि अलग अलग स्पीड से दो इक्वल डिस्टेंस कवर हो रहा है तो आपके पास शॉर्टकट है, मैं लिख रहा हूँ, ठीक है, और उसके रिगार्डिंग न्यूमेरिकल भी देखते हैं. अलग अलग तीन स्पीड से, ओके, 3 इक्वल डिस्टेंस कवर हो रहे हैं, जैसे कि मुझे 30 मीटर कवर करना है तो मैंने 10 मीटर अलग स्पीड से, दूसरे 10 मीटर अलग स्पीड से और तीसरे 10 मीटर अलग स्पीड से कवर किए हैं, यानी कि 3 इक्वल पार्ट ऑफ द डिस्टेंस ऑफ द टोटल डिस्टेंस इज कवर्ड विद डिफरेंट स्पीड, देन यू आल्सो हैव अ शॉर्टकट. ओके, so we are using that shortcut trick, and first I write the general formula and then we are going to see the general trick. Okay, so if particle or an object covers different distance likewise x1, x2, x3 and so on in different interval, T1, T2, T3, okay, with a different speed. Like V1, V2, V3 and so on. Okay, so average speed can be calculated by, okay, so that is V bar or delta V. Okay, that is equals to x1 plus x2 plus x3 and so on divided by t1 plus t2 plus t3, but I am not going to write in that form. Okay, so see here that v is equals to b by t, that is the general formula. So I will write in the fashion of t, so t is equals to d by v. Okay, so I will write that is x1 upon v1 plus x2 upon v2 plus x3 upon v3 and so on. You see, I have eliminated the time in a form of position or displacement or distance covered with the velocity. Likewise, x1 distance is covered with the v1 velocity, x2 distance is covered with the v2 velocity, x3 distance is covered with v3 velocity. Then what would be the average speed or velocity during this journey? Okay, so x1 upon v1, this is the speed. v1 is the speed during the covering distance x1. Okay, same way v2 is the speed covering the distance x2. Okay, and so on. This is the general formula. ये आपकी जनरल फॉर्मूला है. ओके, अब क्राइटेरिया जो मैंने बताया वो देखते हैं. क्या क्राइटेरिया बताया मैंने? If x1 is equals to x2, okay, and V1 is not equals to V2. यानी दो अलग-अलग स्पीड से अलग-अलग डिस्टेंस में दो इक्वल डिस्टेंस कवर हो रहे हैं at that time. So average speed V bar क्या मैं लिखता हूँ V bar is equals to 2V1 V2 divided by V1 plus V2. Okay? So you should not bother about the distance, you should not bother about the time. Directly you can calculate the average speed from this formula directly. Okay? चलिए इसी तरीके से दूसरा केस देख लेते हैं. So if x1 is equals to x2 is equals to x3, okay? यानी कि तीन अलग-अलग equal distance है, right? So V bar is equals to 3 V1 V2 V3 divided by V1 V2 plus V2 V3 plus V3 V1. Okay, this is the shortcut trick, and in exercise that is a numerical, you can calculate easily by this formula. Okay, let's check two numerical by using this formula, so we can generalize this. Okay, check. So a car covers the half distance with speed 20 km/h and rest half with 40 km/h. Okay, so calculate its average speed. So V bar is equals to, okay, nothing is given, half distance, speed, that only given. Okay, so here average speed is equals to 2 V1 V2 divided by V1 plus V2. We have directly formula and place the value. So therefore V bar is equals to 2 into first speed is 20 multiplied by second speed is 40 and divided by 40 plus 20 plus 16 short. Okay, so that is equals to V bar equals to 40 multiplied by 40 divided by 60. Okay, and then cut it out over here. So 40 then 80 by 3. Okay, so therefore average speed 80 by 3 kilometer. Okay, so in this fashion you can calculate this. Okay, one more numerical, 3 speed is given. Now I am not writing the question directly. V1, V2 and V3 is given, and you will be asked in a fashion of 1/3 of its journey is covered with this speed V1, second 1/3 distance is covered with the speed V2, and rest 1/3 distance is covered with the speed V3. Okay, so in the fashion of, we will write V1 is equals to 10 km/h, then V2 is equals to 20 km/h, and V3 is equals to 30 km/h. So therefore calculate the average speed. Okay, so we utilize direct this formula. Therefore V bar is equals to 3, V1 10, V2 20 and V3 30 divided by V1 V2. So this is V1 V2. You can write 200. Okay. V2 V3 3 to the 600 plus V3 V1 300. Okay, so therefore V bar is equals to 18 1 2 3 1 3 divided by 11. 2 power would be cut it out. So therefore V bar is equals to almost, we can calculate and we will write that almost is about 23 or around. Okay, so we can calculate the right way. Now our next target to learn about the what is derivation, what is limit. Okay, so before the learning of that concept, I give you some formula to prepare out. यानी कि अब हमें एवरेज से इंस्टेंटेनियस जाने के लिए लिमिट, फर्स्ट कंसेप्ट और दूसरा डेरिवेशन क्या होता है वो समझना है। बट उससे पहले, उसकी प्रैक्टिस करने से पहले आपको जितने फॉर्मूला यूटिलाइज करने हैं या जरूरी है वो मैं यहाँ पे बता रहा हूँ, जो आप लर्न करेंगे और नेक्स्ट वीडियो में हम उसको कैसे यूटिलाइज करते हैं, उसका मतलब क्या है वो समझेंगे। ठीक है, चल तो सबसे पहले d by dx, okay, d that terms the symbol of the derivation, and derivation is always with respect to some quantity, यानी कि it is performing with respect to x or x direction, you can say that. Derivation का सीधा मतलब होता है तोड़ना. Okay, if you want to cut it out any object, so you have the choices. Likewise, if you want to cut this chalk, then you have the choices. You can split it in this fashion. Okay, you can cut it in this fashion. Okay, so it is with respect to x, with respect to y, with respect to z. Okay, so derivation is always performing with respect to some quantity, and that is the d by dx. So derivation with respect to x. If I write d by dy, then it is with respect to y. If I write d by dz, then derivation with respect to z. Okay, उसके बाद जो लिखा जाता है that is function, जिसके ऊपर वो ऑपरेट होने वाला है. Okay, so I write the function that is so called power function x raised to n. Okay, so if I have the function that is so called x raised to n, then what would be the answer of this function? That is right in the fashion of n x raised to n minus 1. Okay, यानी कि जो बेस है वो वही का वही रहेगा, पावर आगे मल्टीप्लाई हो जाएगी एंड पावर में से एक सब्सट्रैक्ट हो जाएगा. ओके, फिर से रिपीट कर रहा हूं. If you have any function which is so called the power function, यानी कि बेस है और उसकी पावर है, x की पावर, y की पावर, z की पावर, t की पावर, r की पावर. ओके, we have this kind of the function, यानी कि n 1 2 3 4 5 -1 -2 -3 ऐसा कुछ भी हो सकता है. ओके, so at the time you can solute this function in the fashion of n x raised to n minus 1. क्या चेंज हुआ उसके अंदर देखिए, बेस नहीं बदला, यानी कि आपका x raised to n है, यानी x बेस है वो नहीं बदलेगा. जैसे y की 3 पावर है तो y रहेगा वहीं में. ओके, बट 3 पावर है वो 3 is over here. Like n power is multiplied with the function and from power 1 power is subtracted. And 3 है तो 2 हो जाएगी, 2 है तो 1 हो जाएगी, 1 है तो 0 हो जाएगी, right? That in fashion. -1 है तो फिर बढ़ जाएगी. कैसे बढ़ेगी? -1 -3 पावर होगी तो -3 -1. This is fixed part. -1 ही होगा, उसमें कोई चेंज नहीं, right? तो हम प्रैक्टिस करेंगे तब देखेंगे. ओके, दूसरा फंक्शन है d by dx constant that is equals to 0. Constant in the form of a b c d कुछ भी हो सकता है. ओके, x y z के फॉर्म में कुछ हो सकता है, नंबर हो सकता है, कुछ भी. बट इफ इट इज अ कांस्टेंट, कांस्टेंट का डेरिवेशन किसी के भी रिस्पेक्ट में ऑलवेज 0. कांस्टेंट का डेरिवेशन, ठीक है. फिर d by dx of sin x that is equals to cos x. Okay, and if I derive the sin function then I can get the value cos function. यानी कि sin का डेरिवेशन cos होगा. उसी तरीके से cos का कर देते हैं तो d by dx of cos x is equals to minus sin x. Okay, sin का cos but cos का minus sin, ये याद रखना है. Okay, one more important that d by dx of ln x, okay, ln x या log x कुछ भी होगा तो उसका डेरिवेशन क्या होगा? that is 1 upon x. okay, log x है या ln x है, दोनों में फर्क है, बहुत फर्क है, ln x हो या log x हो, बट डेरिवेशन के तौर पर उसका आंसर तो 1 upon x ही लिखा जाएगा. ठीक है, सो इतने फॉर्मूला आप याद रख लीजिए. नेक्स्ट टाइम और फॉर्मूला देखेंगे और उसे कैसे यूज किया जाता है वो भी समझेंगे. ठीक है, बिना इस प्रैक्टिस के आपको इस चैप्टर के न्यूमेरिकल नहीं समझ में आएंगे. यू कैन नॉट सॉल्व दिस न्यूमेरिकल of this chapter without the practicing of the derivation and integration. You have to learn both things. Okay, so take care, bye bye, मिलते हैं next lecture.